Alright, hi. So, Copter tutorial part 2, I guess? I don't know. So this time I'll be talking about what core I use. This will be a lot faster because I already made a video on cores. If you want to understand why I do these connections, I recommend you watch that video. I'll put it in the description down below, and I'm not gonna put it in the comments, but yeah. So, my cores and a lot of my copters are typically just 2 modules, a gun, and 4 to 5 hovers. Typically 4 hovers, but sometimes I get aggressive and go 5. So making one with MSMG tends to be harder because you have less connections overall. So I'm gonna make it with MSMG and with rail as well. So copter core, what I like to do. So this is what the typical like recipe I put in a lot of my builds, like almost exact same location and setup. So you want to use downwards hovers. I already explained that in the video. Again, if you don't understand, watch the video on making cores. So this is like for a smaller scale copter, right? And then I have a 5th hover chilling in the back, pop like this. Oh wait, I need to drop this by a block. There we go. Just showing the back, like in the middle as split protection right here. Another split protection. Sometimes I like to use this instead of a rod. Anyways, how I establish my connections. So I like to do this. And then I'm gonna go like this. Oh, whoops. I need to. Oh, I can just do this. Okay. So I can do this. And then I talked about in my rotor video that I like to set my hovers backwards to the middle area like this, and then have it connect to the front like this. And let's do it like this. So this depends on how much you prioritize your core, in what way you prioritize your core. If you want your hover hanging back a little more and you end up taking damage from the front a lot more, you want to do it like this, because your hover is further away from the block span connection, which is right here. But if you want to preserve your overall core a little more, you want to do it like this, because otherwise you do this and then let's say this part gets destroyed, you lose your hover to your module. No, you lose your hover to your overall body a lot faster. Well, like the over interconnectivity, so this connection right here is not very used. I typically go with this option. And then you want your hovers to your gun as well, right? So you want to do this. And then I'm gonna connect to my thing right here, like that. And then have this connect to block span. And then this connect to block span. So this way, this hover gets connected to block span through your Mega SMG route, your mount, and it also connects to block span on its own, like this. So this is when I'm using a smaller scale copter, and typically I like to use MSMG on those. I'm gonna explain bigger scale with Mega Rail because that's what I do a little more. So what I would do with the front hovers is about the same, honestly. Mega Rail right here. Like that. And then how did I do that again? Alright, for Mega Rail I actually like to do this instead. Put the module upside down, and because you are able to clip your module into your rotor like this. It's slightly clipped inside, and your rotor will fully protect your module from the bottom anyway. And as a Mega Rail copter, you won't fly too much, so it wouldn't really matter. Anyways, the reason why I like to do this is because do this, we're able to bring this down, bring this up, and then bring this like this, and then this will be your damage sink from your D-gun. Oh, and by the way, always connect your modules to each other like almost directly when you make a core. It will sync up damage to each other, and your module getting shot directly will rarely happen, and when it does, it's going to spread damage very equally across your gun and your other module, in which case you won't get your internals or your core blasted out. Anyways, you want to do this, and then you want this to go to block stem, right? And then this should be a bit more forwards, actually. It should be a block forward. Do that, and then do that, like this. And then the backwards connection I established before, like this. And notice that the module to module is shorter than the module to hover mount. This is 3, this is 2, which means that your mega rail destroying your power module won't destroy your hover. This is very important. And then because this hover will attach to here, which attaches to the front, instead of doing like this, you want to attach your thruster mount to the front. And then you want to have your middle hovers, right? Do that. And then you also want your back hovers. Alright, so your middle hovers, because you already have a module to module, you basically choose one module and then attach a hover to there to see which core you want, or because power module has 2 hovers, you can have 2 hovers for this and 2 hovers for this. And it only makes sense to basically have this just, you know, go here. Oops. Or I guess you can connect top. And then this goes to block spam. This goes like this. And this goes to block spam, and this goes to block spam. Make sure these 2 block spam areas are very separated from each other. And also make sure that your module to hover and hover mount, remember, no, it's not hover, it's hover mount. Module to hover mount and rail to hover mount is also still shorter than whatever next big part is, so basically gun to module and gun to module. And I need a blink to, what is this, mega rail connection as well, right? So what I like to do is grab this, and then connect to each other directly, but then you also want to separate this mount into 2 separate block span routes. So separate these, always separated, and then this one is isolated. It's just the module to gun connection no matter what. And the reason why this one's all the way in the back is because you are a copter, so you'll take damage from the front a lot more, meaning that your damage taken through your that reaches this area that disconnects your module to gun is going to be not very common. It's going to take a lot of while. Just make sure that your rotor connection isn't too nearby this area, otherwise you're destroying your rotors, will destroy your module to gun, which ruins the whole core. And then you want this area, this module mount to connect to the middle down-ish area, and then this module to block spam to be in the top middle area, this one to front to middle, this one's isolated, and then this one you want to have it be dual mounted, and then this goes to the back middle area. So you can have this one go to the top middle, this one to the bottom middle, because this is connected to this hover, which connects to your like upwards area, I guess. And yeah, this is my core, and then this is like a larger scale core. So the key to having a core that doesn't explode your entire bot from a few shots of Mega Rail is proper isolation with dual modes. So you can see that all of these are interconnected, but it's all every single hover and every single part is like spread out, like branched out across your entire fucking bot. Oh, and this one goes too. Sorry, this one goes. This is spin to win, by the way. This is possible. You should remember this. Otherwise, you won't be able to escape this like this. This goes to their front middle area and goes all into front. Anyways, so this makes sure that your bot doesn't explode from like one part getting blown out and all that nonsense. And how do you fit the fucking routing I taught last time? It's honestly your problem. It's my problem when I build, but it's your problem when you build. Weaving in rods through this, and then managing to route it, and then make sure there's not too much isolation. That's just too bot dependent to really say, for me to say exactly how I would approach it. I do it different for every single bot, so yeah. And there's the flat shield tutorial that I uploaded almost a year and a half ago. Combine that, and then you get like my signature copter that I uploaded in the factory. But yeah, this is my core. I guess if you found this helpful, let me know. If you want to know any other guides, then too bad, because after making these guides, I'm probably going to delete the game again. But yeah, I'll see you guys later, I guess. New video incoming soon again. I'm going to try redesigning the weapon upgrades system of Robocraft sooner or later if I don't get lazy. So yeah, I guess stay tuned. See ya!